Welcome back to part 45, as in brim full of Asher on the 45s. Yes. Part 45, that's box 3, part 45, page 279, step 379. If you remember at the end of part 44, we connected, although very tentatively, parts 5 and 6 together. And it looks like we're going to start with trying to reinforce that connection, because although they're holding together right now, they're very springy, and so let's see what we can do about that. You guys will see, I've got molded pieces almost all the way out to the carabiners there. So a lot of pieces, okay. Let's shut up and start building. One large black cap. Two double wide cheese wedges in black. One maroon plate and cap. And one of these 3 wide slanted blocks in black. And they're going to go on this side as it happens to be. As I said, they're very tentatively. They're not really just those pegs. Hey, did you hear that click? Things may be looking up. Okay. So we can do this from here. So that's the black cap and goes over this gap. The maroon goes over that gap. And this mess here, I'm going to take the big block and tie it with these double cheese wedges to further the curve up. The overhang on one side. And it should somehow plug in right here. And the one falls right off. Okay. Well, I can't really see it. Lovely. Now you're going to have to trust me. You can trust me. But 380 is to do the exact same thing on this side. Rather than turn the whole thing, just trust me here. A big maroon plate goes over that. Yep. A black plate goes over that gap. Up one, Dave. Up one row. And this 3 wide, tile it with cheese wedges. Double wide cheese wedges. Got the curve. And then plug that in our last exposed bit. Someone hold a mirror up there for me so I can see what I'm trying to do. Okay. Feeling better about that now. Now that we have that sorted out, now we start building up. Step 381, a large white. I'm going to slide you just a wee little bit over. Just a wee little bit. A big white plate. And 2 of these blue long thin plates. Use this as a baseboard. You go on this end like so. And you go on that end like so. 382 adds 2 red blocks. And 1 white long thin block. The thin block on the opposite end. And center a red block under that. The other red block goes in this orientation. Skip a row. You have that design. 383. 1 long white peg with a hilt. The smaller of the big white plates. Another thin white block. 4 tan clippies. Looks like maybe a 3 or 4, 4 wide tan cap. And 2 of the large tan caps. Again, building on this. It says to first take the smaller one. Okay. The middle 2 rows just get capped over. The more interesting row is this row, which gets a clipboard facing that way, a clip facing that way, the big tan thin plate, another clip facing that way, one facing that way. Then drop the peg, the long peg, into those clips. Attach the brick on this other side. So now you have that, which is going to go that seems to show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems to show that sitting right like that. That's not making sense to me, folks. That's not making sense to me. Try it, see what happens, see what comes of it. No, I want to center it at least. I may have to be turning this down, but that's what I think the book says. We'll build it until I can't build it this way. That's served me in the past on the other builds I've done. 2 white lanterns, 2 white pegs. Jam the pegs into the side slots of the lanterns. And go all the way through, okay? Not as much. And just a little peg in you. And then as it go on, so on the new part, clip in and push in and snap down. Okay. Still coming along. 386. Boy, remember when 386 was a good computer? Okay, maybe, unless you're an old fossil like me, maybe you don't remember when a 386 was a good computer. 1 more white block. 1 long thin white plate. 1 square black plate. 1 more long tan cap. 1 more big rectangle tan caps. Let's see if that makes any more sense today. Okay. I think we skipped a stay. Yep. Okay. Put all these pieces on hold. Hold. Your call is very important to us. It'll be answered in the order it was received. But first, we need 2 white dots. One long thin white plate. 1 4x1 blue plate. It's the blue plate special. 2 2x2 white plates. That's 1. And that's 2. 1 more long thin white block. And 1 red block. See how that makes it. Helps make this make more sense. Okay, the white dots on the far ends on this end of it. Okay. Okay, 2 of those. And the blue plate goes across those. That. Then the white block goes into this gap. Then the red brick. Then the white cap. I like that satisfying clunk. Now you guys can come back here for step 386. The good computer back in, I forgot how long ago that would have been now. But you guys can come back. We're back. Again, white block, thin white plate, thin white cap, rectangular tan cap, and black square plate. And I guess we're on this end. I'll show you where we are. That's where we're on that. Again, starting at the top, the far end. This gets capped over. Now, and more capping over. And then another brick there. And then our black plate. And then another white plate here. All nice and even. Step 387, 4 window frames in white. And 4 grills in white. Shutters, grills, the actual windows, fancy windows, yeah. And just like we've done several times in other parts of the build. I don't see any in this particular section, but I know we have some over there somewhere. Just hard to see them. But rest assured, we've done this before. Yeah, where does those go? I know we've made these. Maybe they can't see them because of the overhang, you know. But, at any rate, we put the grills into the windows. Do 4 times. So you got something a little bit fancier looking, like that. We'll snap these in. Two. 3. 4. Where do they go? They go on the sides here. The window frames out. Okay. That's 1. That's 2. Spin it. That's 3. That's 4. $388. 2 long, thin tan caps. 1 2x2 in tan. 6 clippies in tan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. And the one that just, the one that says, I don't want to go on your ship. Don't put me on your ship. You know, it's just going to sink. How did that get that far? That's the superpower of Lego, is how far they can travel in a real quick time. You know, I know I've hit my leg. That over there. Could be. Move the chair. Crap. There's where round up. Now stay there. Okay. 210. 210 squares and caps. And 2 single wide. 2x1 caps and tan. Now time to deck this. What this is our orientation point. Okay. A clip facing that way. A clip facing that way. The 2 wide cap. Yep, I'm going to reverse it now. A clip facing that way. Notice not a clip facing the other way. And a long, thin one. Across the top. Then a square cap. Now our 2x2 plate. And build up further in the middle. 2x2 plate. The long, thin cap. But I'm going to repeat that over here, yeah. One that goes, I clip that way, I clip turned that way. The 2x1 cap, clip turned that way. $3.89. 2 black lanterns. 2 telephone receivers. 2 tan 1x1s with a clip on the side this time. Well, you've been paying attention. You know what happens to this particular set of pieces. The side clip tan plate goes on top of the cube, lining it up to the side connector. Build 2 of these, obviously. I'm going to hang the phone up. The bottom end connects to the black cube, the center connects to the clip. And then there's one of those. do the other one. Put in there. Hang up the phone. Just the right height. That to snap onto the side connector there. That helps hold it firmly in place. And these go down in these gaps that we weren't using. Press down on this side. And the last ones down on that side. Now we've added those. $3.90. 2 white pegs and the one longer white peg with a hilt. And those pegs are going to go. The 2 normal ones go on the sides. The longer one goes across the back here. Or the front, I don't know. I was going to the front or the back, but it goes a long way. $3.91. A 3x3 white plate. Center that somehow. It will center, cool. On top. $3.92. 2 3x1 white blocks. 2 more white lanterns. Okay. Interestingly, orient this so the side connector is facing in. That's the opposite of what you would normally expect. That kind of went from a window, wouldn't it? These blocks go fore and aft. That. $3.93. We're still not done with this a little bit. 3 3x1. I have three wides. I do have 3 wides. I need 3 of them. And this will just form the roof of these caps. Form the roof of that part. We're still building up, okay. 2 L brackets in white. 1, 2. 2 of these, like quarter barrels. In white. 1, 2. 2 2x1 plates in white. 1, 2, and 4 of these like grills in blay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Building 2. First, take a L bracket, put the 2x1 plate on the back. Okay, and then on the front side, well, yeah, that. And then I put the quarter burr on top of that plate. That forms the back. Then on the front, use these grill-like pieces to cover those connectors. That's one of those. Okay, that goes there. That goes on the back there, like so. On this side, 1, 2, and these mount. Right here, we have connectors left. I said right here where we have connectors left. We've got to watch that peg and right behind it. $395 is where we finally learn where this is going. And where it's going is, well, probably obvious. The one section that hasn't been, still looks rough or unfinished. All right, between those strings, of course. And that'll plop right in. There, click. Now it's in. Still got 2 fall hazards right here, and here are some good fall hazards. Pits o' death, I believe Ryan calls them. Pits o' death. The rest looks pretty well. Coming along. $396. It looks like we work on possibly fixing the pits o' death. Okay, we need need to get this mirror together. 2 brown toilet paper roll holders. 2 brown with 2x1s with the ridge. 2 more white pegs. 4 red cubes with a side clip. 2, 3, 4. 2 2x1, 2 2x2s in tan plates. 2 2x2 plates with only 2 connectors on top. 2 square caps in tan. And 2 2x1s in tan. Okay. The first set build is a build 2. Take the 2x2 plate. On one end, attach the red cubes with the clips facing out the same way. That's for one. Start the other one. Look, down that down that hole. Yes, there is a receiving bar to receive those clips. And that does not. Okay. Now that makes sense if I put the white single plate on the back here. And the tan 2x1 plates in the back of the red cubes, like so. Now we know the combination. Now, first the brown ridged ones. And then the toilet paper roll holders, brown. We already had our benches. Tan caps, that's one of them. Tan cap is the other one. Now these go into our pits o' death. In theory, such that the benches will be, that into that pit o' death. Snap. Fit that into that pit o' death. Snap. Okay, no more pits o' death, which is a good thing. Then our last place here in the join. That's why I had to build that separately, because that structure spans the two sections. But I need some more interior support. I love that. That plate goes there. But it goes with the connectors out. Get that back off. Like so. Connectors facing out. Step 396, but 396 isn't quite done. Let's still have these two pegs. And those two pegs are shown to go. Those two pegs are shown as going. Oh. Those last two. Remember, I said there was some spaces left for pegs. There's one here. And one over here. Okay. Way, hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning. But as you can see, it's clearly not early in the morning. 397. 13 small red pegs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, I'll take 13 for now. You know, it only takes 4 small red pegs to sink a battleship. Did you know that? Takes 5 to sink an aircraft carrier. Yeah, it's strange parts time. I'm not even going to attempt to describe these things. Yeah. Let's see. This strange thing looks like this strange thing. A lot of weirdness here. $12 round sleeves. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Put him in the longboat till he gets sober. Put him in the longboat till he gets sober. And run one with a hole in the middle. Put him in the longboat till he gets sober early in the morning. And one like socket connector in gray. Now, how does this all come together? Well, it's really just a matter of repetition. Sleeve, peg, yep, you're not. Just to do this until I run out of sleeves. It looks like I'm doing this 12 times and I pulled out 12 sleeves. Let's keep doing that and make sure I end with a red peg on top. That's 2. I have 12 there, so when we run out of the ones that are the shorter ones, not the special one, but when we run out of the shorter ones, just keep doing this. Making it our mast. Hence the way hey and up she rises. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter early in the morning. What do we do with drunken sailor? What do we do? Drunken sailor, what do we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor, rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises, way, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she says early in the morning. I mean, that was somewhat flexible because of that monstrosity. The diagram showed it angled, but the way that the box went there, the only way you could get that in is it was straight up and down, so I had to bend somewhere. And that would be number 12. The 12th rep. Get in there. What are my 12 reps? Then obviously, the special one. Let me go somewhere. Up to the special one, our last red peg. But now I'm out of those things, so what's going to go on next? This interesting, like, cap pulley-like thing goes on top. Okay. Now we've made our mast, or is it a wand? There'll be no silly wand waving in this class. And then the side, use the put the other peg through that has a ball on the end of that peg. And this piece has a ball and socket connector on the end, on the side. Connect the socket to the ball. Nuts on there. Now we put our mast onto the ship. There's a red peg right here. Get that on there. In the orientation I want it to be on there. That's not the orientation. I want the gray plate facing me. The angle's right, but I want the gray plate facing me. Okay. A mast. That was step 397, 398. I need 2 strings, or there'll be ropes in real life, but 2 string kits. 4, well, I've been calling them davits, but like, robot arms or whatever. Well, because they are being used as davits in most places they appear. I need 4 of those. And since they won't connect, 4 little white stands. As opposed to dots. See, these are little stands. They have a peg in the center. Took me a while and a couple Lego builds to fully realize that difference. Okay. Build 2 of these. The davit on top of the stand. Yeah, but only do 2 of them. Then prepare these string kits. Of course, turning off the masking tape. And each end of the string ends in is connected somehow connected to a dot in black. Stick that to the bottom of our davit. That's 1. String coming out of it. Another string kit. String kit dot. Stand dot. Davit arm. That's 2 of those. the other one, yeah. I've just been assuming, I guess, for the other one, I was already stuck that one in there. I guess I'm assuming that's where it's going to go. I can always pull it back out if I'm wrong. Nope, I wasn't wrong. Now, two plain old ordinary ones go on the innermost here. That'll be a lifeboat to have it. And the innermost on the opposite side. Then these string. Well, this is probably could be exactly what the Valentine needs. So go to the innermost. Oh joy! Right for the other string, just groovy. And that connects up to this gray. Yep, I said exactly the right length. Get on there. Thank you. That'll make it a little bit. Remember where I cheated before? It's not going to work so well now, is it, Dave? You cheated before. There. Way, hey, and up she rises, it rises indeed. Got those up on there. So there's that. Okay. $3.99. It's lifeboat building time, and unfortunately for you, I didn't pre-build these, but I only had to build two, so it's not too bad. We know how to build a lifeboat by now. Two black blocks each with side connectors. Two each of the, molded boat ends. Two pointing that way per ship, per boat. Two pointing that way per boat. Each one needs a tan cap to the top. Each one needs two white caps for the sides. And each one needs two tan fence pickets for the top. Okay, as I said, we bought enough of these. We know by now how to build a lifeboat. Or do we? We know how to do it. It's just the brick is being stubborn, as they are wont to do. Come on. And you go on this side. And you go on this side. Then you go here. On that side. Then you on this side. You go on this side. You go on that side. fence pickets go on top. 1. Turn it around. 2. Get on there. That's 1 lifeboat. One more lifeboat being built. Yeah, 2 lifeboats. I said these span the section gap. One gonna mount here. Come on, mount, baby. Come on. 4 connectors. 4 connectors. It should just go right down. But of course, it's not going to. No, you're gonna cause the davit to break off instead, because you're being a biatch that way. This should not be this hard. I'm not gonna get my davit back in. Now, since that was so, shall we say, cooperative. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see my eye roll there. You're being just as cooperative on this side, folks. Yep, it's doing the exact same thing. Okay. Because this is where the section's joined, so it's not perfectly flat. On there, davit. No one knows you're way higher. Lifeboats. Again, not like she's going to need them. How many times have I recycled that joke? Step 399. Wait for step 400. One more rope kit. One more white L bracket. I'm looking at the table here, folks. Oh, here it is. One more cheese grater in white. One real tiny gray peg-like thing. One gray barrel. one more sleeve, but in gray with the hole in the side. And we do use our 14th and last red peg. Yeah, I get to be used. And a blue peg. Okay, so now some sub builds. The white bracket, as you might imagine, gets the cheese grater on the side. And then the barrel. Want the barrel there. That's going way down there. I put that. I said that you can watch that, Petzl. Okay. Another sub build of the gray sleeve here. Jam the small gray peg in the side. Snap right in, okay. Then the red peg in the top, or this one end, who knows if it was the top or not. The blue peg in the other end. And then, again, break the tape off this rope kit. Attach the string kit to our side connector we just added to it, we just created. And this goes, it's telling me I can either walk around the table, I can try to turn this, yeah, I bet some shipbuilders wished dry docks could rotate. Now, give me the wisdom and guidance to know where to put this. It goes. There we go. On here for no apparent reason, but then this assembly with a blue peg down gets going into that hole in the deck. The blue plate down, the rope connector coming out. Looks like towards me. I tie this to. Let's see where to tie it to yet. Just says to bring it this way. Forget where that goes. Okay. 401. Not K, but 401. Long white plate. Too wide. Two of these park bench things. It's a white cap with side walls on three sides. I need 2 of those. One's going on each end of this plate. Like so. Now I need 4 of these white caps that have a fancy side. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. One on the end of each. One nearest the park benches on each side. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, and 1 here. Now, 1 more of those fancy railings. These 2 white caps. The white caps will overhang by 1. Put 1 on each end here, like 1 here. Come on. 1 on this side. The side railing, but on this one side. There's step 402 and 403 B. 404, not found. What do you mean not found? It's 404, it's not found. It's a instruction, it's not found. Come on, book, stop teasing me. 404, please. 2 2x2 plates in white. Yes. Snap onto those ends, those caps. Okay, like that. 405, I add yet another, the fancy white rails. A square and white cap. An L white cap. And 2 clips in white. How does that work for me? Okay, the clip facing sideways like that. That plate's already, the cap's already there. This construct here, a square, be held on by 3 connectors anyway. Why didn't you give me 2 L's? And if you wanted to leave that with the L there, there is a reason. We'll find out. The L there. I'm just going to go across there. And then side clippy here. This rail here. Interesting that we're leaving a hole. Okay. 406. Two gray barrels. 2 white. Plain on white 2x1 white blocks. 2 white 2x1 white plates. 2 white dots. Okay. First of all, the put a plate on top of each block. That's one. Plate on top of each block. That's two. And shove a dot under, put a dot on top of each barrel. Cast for 6, and first of all, we can go underneath, work on under the hood a little bit, folks. Just like where the second opening in the pattern is. On each side, I jam those blocks in. It's the end, it's the second. Now with the second opening in the pattern there. So that does, and then in the corners, put the barrels, one under that side, one under that side. Okay. You get that temporarily. Two, what I use as pulleys up above, but something for must be for something different down here. But they clip onto the clips that we put there in the corner. One in that clip. One in that clip. And then this. Now, this goes and right across here. Ew. Yeah. Remember to get the pusher backwards. I bet that barrel is going to come up right where that hole is. No, it can't. That's not even possible, Dave. To come up where the barrel is there. But oh. But it can come up where that red assembly is. Whatever this is. That goes through the hole. And then this lastly, step 408 in this part. this cog-like looking piece sits on our red peg. Okay. And that little gray peg is a spare. Figured it would be. 408. See you later. And I'll give it away. See you later for the exciting conclusion. The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The cake is alive!